yung Esmeralda, no? So,
Oo nga eh. May ino-open sila eh. Farsa,
Uranus.
Farsa, Selena open.
Your team
Uranus nga,
BSB,
no?
Uranus nga. Okay? So pwede sila dito mag Esmeralda agad?
Yeah.
Or
Esmeralda, Atlas. Ay, Atlas ba? Tama. Oh, Esmeralda,
Atlas
Atlas.
Cupra. Atlas
Oo.
Cupra.
Or
Sa
yeah,
wakas-
pwede Atlas Cupra.
Sa wakas makakita tayo ng Atlas. Kanina pa, Sin Series number 1, kanina pa binaban, priority ba ng Atlas, pero open yun sa Aura. Well, kasi hero din ang Aura ang Atlas, si Cupra eh.
Yes, yes.
Kay Rafflesia eh.
Rafflesia, as in anything. Pero nakita mo naman kung paano mag-ano si Rafflesia. Parang mag-pan out na on so many bigs.
Oo, may Hilda na siya.
Louis, may Hilda.
Louis.
At
Yeah.
meron yung mala-impactong Digi.
Hindi talaga. Tingnan natin kung anong opening ng BSB dito. Pinag-iisipan nila mabuti. Kasi Uranus
Esmeralda
ang meron.
nga. Atlas.
So, is this a trap though?
Your team
Is
is
this a
picking.
trap for team
Feeling
BSB?
ko, okay. Yun lang eh. Pero still on textbook, yun talaga eh. Esmeralda, if the enemy picks Uranus, Esmeralda ka.
Pwede
Yeah.
ka matik, may sagot ka eh. May sagot ka eh. So, checkmate na agad. I mean, stalemate na agad. Yung Esmeralda and Uranus. Team Aura PH, what's going to be their core hero? Usually, lagi natin nakikita ngayon si JP na minsan nawala na yung link niya sa radar eh. So ngayon,
Your team
ayun,
is
nakakasabi lang
picking.
natin, nandyan pa rin pala. Nandyan pa rin pala, napaka-classic.
Standard. Oh, KLBJ, Uranus, then Kiluwash, ano no?
Kiluwash Thumbs to.
Kiluwash Thumbs,
Ang iniintay natin ngayon are the supports for Aura PH. What is going to be the counter to the Tams pick ng BSB? Nagba-Balmond sila dito. I like it. Actually, ang Balmond is a good answer to the Uranus pick. 'Di ba? The more HP you have, the better the Balmond is, and yung early game pwedeng makapalag din sa Tams.
Hilda.
So let's see kung makikita natin
Your
yon.
team is
At
banning.
no
Hilda
problem.
sila.
Yeah.
Okay.
Totally viable on the Hilda right now. Nakita na kaagad yung main tank or support rather ng BSB. We are now moving towards the ban. So support pool ang tatagin ng BSB. You can actually ban, I don't know though, pero you can actually ban the Farsa.
Louis,
You can ban Loy.
Your team is
Farsa
banned.
na decide na binan dito. Loy will be available pa rin para kay Rafflesia. Aura naman would be removing a carry. They could actually remove the Lancelot here. Roger. I think Roger would make more sense, no? Or
I think Lancelot is better.
Lancelot? Okay.
Or no Roger. Kasi yung
feeling ko Roger.
Roger. Sa either Roger ban or Lancelot ban. Pero I
Yun
think
ang
prefer
happen.
ng Aura eh. Parang handa sila dito talaga sa
Pwede kasi
Esmeralda.
Hayabusa din eh. Pwede naman mag-Hayabusa dito yung BSB. For
Parang
it. So,
na lang ang natitirang apat na lang yung course na pasok sa tempo eh, no? Yishun Shin, Hayabusa. Hayabusa yung parang
Your team
pinaka-least
is picking.
pipiliin.
may respect the MCC Wilson.
Wilson.
Face jam.
Pinag-usapan natin kanina, pwedeng balmunan.
Oo.
Ayaw nila kasi dalawa yung may sagot eh. Dalawang hero sagot ng Balmond eh.
Pag nilagyan mo Deadly Blade yung Balmond, kada ikot nun, proc lang ng proc yun, man.
Oo. So open and show ah. Pwede pa mag-show si Ana dito.
Yeah, yes. They could have the PNK support. They could have the side lane, ano.
Your team is
Oh.
picking.
Ba't kaya lagi tayo nagugulat sa Cyclops? Masaya ka.
Masaya lang makita. Wild Cyclops appeared. Pero ang daming pwede sumalo ng Cyclops. Hindi mahuli yung Cyclops, no? Unless with a link. Sorry. Hindi pala mahuli yung Cyclops ng link. Pero, ang daming pwedeng sumalo ng ult ni Cyclops, no?
Oo. Pero,
Pero,
kailangan nila sagutin yung link. I like it. At least, hindi magiging komportable si JP, di ba? Si JP is known to be...
Actually, ako real talk, kung sasagutin ko ang link, kung sasagutin ko ang link, tol,
Is picking.
Carmilla na lang pansasagot ko eh, nabigay, tol, yung Atlas, nabigay yung Atlas kay Rafflesia at walang paki yung Aura sa Esmeralda.
Wala din silang paki sa Cyclops. It doesn't matter. Hindi nyo kami kaya walang balir. This is the reason why they banned the balir. They want to go all in. Ayaw nilang matulak sila. This is it. But BSB answered with the split comp, Masha, to probably to disarm the link. So, dalawa yung sagot sa link dito ah.
Mhm.
Actually, hindi, tatlo nga ata kasi Popol and Kupa din eh. Star Power Lockdown, Disarm on the Masha.
Yes.
The Hilda can also go toe-to-toe with the Ling. BSB is really eyeing to shut down JP's Ling right now. Given the situation, it seems like comfortable ang Aura pa din sa
Yeah.
pick nila.
Yeah.
Shibu, I would give
KU
this,
Ashtan.
I'm gonna give this game number 1 to Aura. Ikaw ba?
No novelty sa pick ng meron naman. Kagura Grid, no? On that part. Pero makes a lot of sense against the kay Mata, kay Cyclops, no? So
Cyclops,
I would also vote on the or a PH for that kind of composition. But it would be very awesome for BSB, lalo pa kung makapag step up.
Yeah.
I-capitalize nila yung Esmeralda dito for the fact na parang hindi pinoproblema ng Aura, wala silang pake doon sa Esmeralda.
Definitely, man. I think ang gagawin ng BSB dito is to find their win condition. Hindi sila pupersa ng laban. They have good control with the Hilda and the Cyclops, no? Pwede magsama yung dalawang yan and hindi ka basta-basta makakalapit kasi pareha silang nagsiscale sa late game with the damage. Especially with the kasi Blast and yung Cyclops, ability power damage is real in the late game. So, still, BSB, I feel na ang magkakadalian ng talaga dito yung aura, yung confidence sila coming in to this game. Kasi ikaw ang champion, alam mong pwedeng natatakot sa'yo yung kalaban. May ganun may intimidation factor na pwede silang maibigay ngayon sa BSB. I hope lang na sana hindi apektado ang BSB kasi mukhang hindi naman talaga. Mukhang ilalaban.
Hindi naman. Ganun naman ang mindset ng mga players. Feeling ko wala na yung aurahan. Pero they need to be careful on the skills pa rin. Skills talaga nagde-determine pa rin ng laro. They need to be careful with Rafflesia.
Rafflesia, yan.
Sorry, I mean, hype na si Rafflesia. Hindi na overhype si Rafflesia. Pero kasi, if you know that the guy is on a setup hero, he will find ways to find that setup. Ngayon, Atlas naman. Kapon, parang ewan nga lang yung Loy niya. Hindi mo alam kung ano ba talagang ginagawa ng Loy niya. Then, bam! Just when you need to strike it.
Sa likod eh. Taksak pa talikod
Smash them.
Well, makikita natin yan, paring Shinbu, dahil nagsalita na ang ating announcer. It is Drix on the Esmeralda.
Alright.
Interesting pala yung lineup ng BSB kasi it's an Esmeralda hyper carry.
Okay. Hindi, Esmeralda support. Ay, hindi, Esmeralda core, sorry. Esmeralda core, and it will be dance around by the Cyclops tapos PNK.
Wow.
Tapos, they will have a side lane Masha, a well-farmed, side lane Hilda, a well-farmed Hild.
Oo, kanina sinasabi natin Lancelot or Roger pick, pero hindi pala. Flinex ng BSB. Yung Esmeralda na we thought na side lane to. So, interesting. Kasi nagkalituan nagkasaykuan. Shinbu. But the problem here for me is that parang mas mabilis pa rin yung Lingka sa Esmeralda kapag kapag tempo ng hyper carry. Kasi yung Esmeralda medyo patient game ngayon Hindi siya kagaya ng Ling na enter out.
No, really just farm in, just farm in, be like contribute in the front line, no? Kung Esmeralda ka, yun yung naging mismong bakbaka dito. Actually, agawan lang talaga ng buff, mostly happening on the Lito Wanderer na kanina pa, as they also try to scout each other. Kapag sumusubok sila, lumipat ng mga lanes.
Yeah. Kung matarget na ngayon ng Aura PH dito sa top lane, gusto nila yung nakuha ni JP na buffs dito, but I think nakita nila yung rotation dito coming in from BSB. Kaya na, naspatan na ni KLBJ. He knows. Meanwhile, magki-clear yung Aura sa mid lane So, lamang yung wave nila sa mid. Pwede silang sumubok ulit. Mag-top lane. There you go. Medyo mabagal lang yung ibang tropa. Pero ayun na. Nag-overextend na si Ana. Let's see. Papasok si Rafflesia dito.
Nag-aantay lang ulit ng counter-engage dito kung sakaling may paparating na nababackup mula doon sa BSB and El Clasico, ladies and gentlemen. Let's hear kung saan nanggagaling itong post na to. The last match of BSB was marred by connection issues as well, no? On their end. I'm not so sure kung sa BSB ba to o sa Aura na post.
Let's see. Sana hindi naman. Oo, sana hindi maulit kasi it seems like BSB, they have this huge plan. Ngayon lang natin na-realize na sobrang unique ng comp ngayon ng BSB. Meron kang 3 side lane heroes and yung Esmeralda, hindi na natin siya nakikita bilang hyper carry core na nasa gitna. So, ngayon magkakalaman unless wala silang ganun sa formula nila, no? Walang hyper carry, lahat side lane. Side lane damage. Ang gusto nila mangyari, Kuya Shin.
Actually, fundamentals ng Mobile Legends. Fundamentals ng Mobile Legends, kahit anong strategy mo kahit anong strategy mo, kung yung internet mo, dali-dali.
Awit pa din no?
Awit pa din Feeling ko internet muna yung kailangan.
Oo,
Step up kasi kahapon pa yan Mga kaibigan I mean, yun
can't really control that. Yeah,
pero,
but yeah.
Pero I mean, if you are investing on a team, if you really want to be sure, some platforms, they really even make sure that they have like 3 internet lines, if I'm not mistaken. I've known some organizations ganun yung style nila
To
for
make
their
sure.
programs.
Actually, no?
sila Boss Buds. Pero here we go. We got the first post down. Mga kaibigan, silipin natin kung hopefully
Parang bibilangin mo yung post.
Bilangan yan kasi last time no?
Oo nga. Pero ayun yung star power lockdown na mahuli si paring JP, but unfortunately for BSB, kulang. Si Wilson nag-switch sa mid. Switch Oo.
And he participated quite quick. Basic dito. Nagparamdam lang muna si Green. Obserbahan niya kung paano gagalaw si Wilson. Lupit din ng mga players natin, hindi rin sila basta-basta nagpapatinag kung may face check, no? Tinitingnan muna nila anong gagawin na action.
Yung face check.
Ang kabila ng face check.
Usually kasi kapag sa mga laro,
gulatan na
ka na agad uy. Kabahadugs ka na agad pag sa mga pro, teka lang alam ko nandyan ka. Chillax ka lang. Okay, medyo lamang ang DP dito meron si Blue. So they want to take this turtle right now. Makukuha pa rin ko JP.
Nakuha pa rin yung kaya JP. Sobrang init talaga ng kamay ni JP dito. But first blood, he sanded onto the face of Rafflesia. KLBJ na tumatakbo na. And this might be a nice momentum for BSB. The trade is won for Turtle. So I guess that would be on Aura. Pero look at the gold lead here by BSB.
Maganda rotation ng BSB dito. Ang dami nilang control, vision from the Popol and Kupa. Like what we've said, masyadong mabilis ang Hilda Cyclops na support. Parehas may movement speed. Parehas kayang makipag-keep up sa chase. And parehas may damage. Drix magpapakita dito kay KLBJ. Binibait niya. Meanwhile sa top, naku po, delikado si Ana. Boom.
Huli Bechin. Mabilis talaga. And ito yung characterization ng composition na may Ling on the hands of JP. That's how they really do it. They initiate with JP. They follow up all in so that there's more space for JP to be aggressive. Round 2 kay JP. May trade sana yun ng BSB sa may baba, pero dalawa yung nakuha kaagad at nawala. Dito sa start ng BSB, kinuha ng Aura.
Na-delay yung BSB doon. Could have been sana inunahan na on KLBJ. Ang ganda na ng spot. Umabot pa sa point na nakadalawa yung Aura. And at this rate, mauuna sila sa mid lane. And Aura likes this. Aura wants to punish every mistake that you've made, every delay that you made in the game. And with this, ladies and gentlemen, BSB ngayon, we all thought controlled sila, pero hindi, na-out JP na naman sila dito, pre!
Solid ni Grid doon. Binayin niya lang talaga yung ultimate ng dito, ng Cyclops, pero ang ganda rin naman syempre ni Drix sumagot. Killing spree, Calamity Reaper activated against Drix, at hindi mababa yung buhay ni Drix. Pamaalam na yata ibang member dito ng Aura, it would be just on to Grid.
2-on-1 pa din.
Good man,
Ang nangyaring 2 against none, I mean, pa din. Drix, flanking, and JP punishing 2 heroes na malayo doon sa bandang gilid. And Shin,
round 2! Alright. Okay, 2-0 ladies and gentlemen. Para dito sa ating post count mga tol. But I want to comment on to Grid for that part kasi Grid, despite the Kagura being squishy, he's very much willing to burn and willing to bait out the star power lockdown on the Cyclops. Kasi tol Yung Rosho Umbrella, di ba? It
may,
dodges up the stun.
may mini purify.
May mini purify. Yun yung beauty ng Kagura dito. And players have been acknowledging that heavily.
Kailangan niya mag-ingat kasi pwede siya ma-burst pa din.
Pinatch na ni Drix. Ganda nga nung ni Drix dun pating ni Drix binantayan niya talaga. Ito
lang, Shin. I think BSB had the right idea on punishing the bottom side. The problem is, nauunahan sila ng Aura. Parehas kasi yung plan ng Aura to punish the Masha top lane. Kasi mas madaling patayin yung Masha kesa kay Kill BJ yung Uranus.
Yes.
Kaya madali, even though nakita natin yung
na-burst nila yung Uranus, pero ang dami nila doon Yun yung allocation mo talaga
Kasi si JP, pwedeng dalawa lang sila JP and Kagura, JP and Grid. Pwedeng dalawa lang sila kay Masha 'di ba? But for Kill BJ in the bottom lane, kailangan 3 or 4. Tapos ultimates 'yun. Star power lockdown tapos yung chap, yung hiwa ng hilda. No, and ang tagal. So, yung mga ganong klaseng momentum ng space na nagagawa ng Aura, yun yung nagpapanalo. Pero, I think, may possibility pa rin kasi BSB, they have all the kits. Ang kunat din ng lineup nila. Nakakuha pa rin sila ng isang kill. So, hindi pa rin tapos. Feeling ko ang
malayo pa.
Pinakalaban dito, pause.
Well, as always, automatic yan. 2-0 na tayo sa post count, mga kaibigan. And that's been consistent. Baka maging stats na yan by week 2 para sa BSB. Ladies, hopefully hanggang week 1 na lang yan mula sa side ng BSB. And week 2, it won't be so suffering manood ng series with BSB. But the idea here is that yung yung link ni JP still has been online. If you shot I cannot but feel na parang na-check na ulit si Rafflesia. Pero a few kills here and there kay Rafflesia, hindi naman yun yung nagde-define ng playstyle talaga ni Rafflesia. You have to be always there when he attempts to make a game-changing play. Pero JP's job is to be consistent. If you break that consistency, in which feeling ko equip yung BSB na gawin yon. Pwede maisahan itong Aura.
Kayang-kaya talaga. May ganun ang BSB Lagi silang may ganung sundot kahit last season lagi silang
That was the naging signal.
Oo, sa mga malulupit na teams, ang nagiging problem lang nila last game lagi
Alright, mga kaibigan, iraos na natin ang second pause for the game. Let's see how will have another one on the first game. Let's see, Kakwan dito, binagsakan na ng maraming espada ni JP here, flame shot. Be connecting mula din kay Grid.
So parang nag-online na si JP.
Online na si JP. 4-0-1 tol.
Sobrang taas na dilema nito. Ito favorite hero ni kahit nakapikit si JP. Kaya nito pupusta ako, Shin. Ipapikit mo to, palaruin mo ng Ling, hindi malalaglag sa Ling ding to. Pagamitin mo flinch boys, lahat ng dingding matatapakan.
Para namin, barangay fiesta, lahat ng bahay na daanan, no?
Lahat ng bahay, may paayuda ka.
JP goes down, automatic yan, napakabilis talaga. You know, one of the characteristic playstyle from JP, bagsak ka agad talaga ng
ulti
ng Blade of Tempest, para talaga yung mobility niya hindi lagi mawawala. Kakwan here, gets tagged by Kiluwash, pero able to walk away, good stoppage there. Mula naman sa mga member pa rin ng BSB. Counter and Inferno is down, Kiluwash was able to make the custom lick upon the last hit, pero binato ng hole na kuya din at binulag yung Trevor. And let's see here, kasi JP, round 2, unstoppable, baka magka-ult pa yan at isa na all ang mukha ng BSB.
Ay, pero may ganito naman pala. Sabi dito ni kaibigang Ana, nandito lang ako sa madagilid, tapos ayun, sinuksak dito si Kuya Green. Kaya BJ, Prado, ay, muntikan pa nga!
Muntikan pa, napaka-di talaga ng isang Masha dito. Ladies and gentlemen, 8-5 into our running game. But it's good to realize there, equal pa rin ang gold count natin. Kaya hindi pa rin count out ang BSB.
May hulog ang ginagawa dito ng side ng BSB. Pinipilit nila si JP dito for the engagement kasi they have the split type comp. And nasa kanila pa rin ang vision control. Kailangan lang nila maging careful. What they need to do is to survive the gank. Pag nasusurvive nila yung mga pasok ni JP, kahit hindi nila mapatay si JP, okay lang. They just need to survive the gank and mas kontrolado pa rin nila yung game. Kasi hindi nakaka-burst agad si JP Doon sa Kahit si Drix nagbubuhay, oh.
Kaso nakakaiba lang na sumulo yung talon doon ni Drix. Hindi makapalo up yung teammates niya. And again, hindi yata inakot kung gano'ng kahapde. And kawiling pumalo si JP. Now they lost their purple buff because of that.
Mukhang nagkaroon ng miscom dito on the side of BSB on kukuha ba dito ng focus fire kung papasok ba or not. Dahil ang chemistry pa din ng Aura PH ang nananaig. Ana still trying his best to deal with KLBJ. That is Wilson. Oh! It was not enough kay Kuya Will.
Yeah, it's a big catch, yeah.
Surviving.
Ang hirap, it's starting to feel like despite the gold plateau, no? O pagkalapit naman ng gold ng dalawang teams, actually nasa 4K na. Ganun lang, textbook ulit na RPH. No novelties, just play to your strengths. Pumasok dito na kapag-flicker in din si Rafflesia, pero na-burn naman nila Kapuan and even nila Trevor. Yung kani-kanilang mga purification dyan, Rafflesia will be focused alone. We are angry, activated doon ni Kapuan. Naging di na yun.
I have a feeling that if you're up against Aura PH, you really need to respect the Ling. As of now. Kasi JP is making plays even without Rafflesia. Hindi niya kailangan yung setup. Shin. Sabi niya, ako mag-set up ako, kikill ako.
Siya yung, ang weird kasi ang playstyle nga ng Aura talaga dito, si JP yung may initiate. Hindi follow up ang daling niya. Talaga ano pa rin?
Ayun,
Intrinsic number 1 link player pa rin ng MPL, si JP talaga.
Una na.
Una lang, ganun lang. Ayun, nakabuelo. Drix agad umiikot dito, pero may ult pa si JP Re-engage mga membro dito ngayon. JP getting jump on, went for his Blade of Tempest just to walk away, tas diretso farm.
At the flank, look at the flank. Grid is here. Nako, mukhang delikado ata.
Ang Grid.
Kailangan na sagutin si Grid. Grid with Lucio Umbrella P. Ana. Oh, bumalik!
Pero ang galing, binaba niya kasi yung umbrella niya after niya mag-Rosho tapos switch in, re-engage Green, yun yung overturn na may kasamang damonyo. Yung Damos ni Hikilungus dito along with the very tanky kill BJ. Here comes Wilson, si paring Wilson. Nahuli naman. Sinabunutan yung Kagura dyan. Wala na rin magagawa sa BJ. Drix re-engaging, pero that's it. The overall play 2-for-1 pa rin. At Aura yun.
Ang ganda ng idea sana ng BSB nung magtabi-tabi sila. Ang hirap makapasok sa composition nila. But the problem na disrupt sila nung na-bait sila nung fake engage na ginawa ni na JP because of Grid and Iluwas. Yung flank na ginawa, nag-disrupt, nagkahiwa-hiwala yung BSB. Counter-engage muli si JP. Bumalik lang. The fake back was real.
Yeah.
Diba?
And now we have the Lord na nakuha actually habang nag-instant replay tayo. We'll be pushing down for the bottom lane. Mga kaibigan, right now, if we are asking for a possible comeback dito para sa BSB, that would be of a very stellar jump mula kay Drix. I think they cannot take separate fights from here. But they really need to survive the first entry of Aura. Kasi yung unang pasok ng Aura, ano talaga, di nila pwede batiin.
Di talaga. Even though they countered Link's capabilities here, JP has this huge mastery sa hero na to. Kahit siguro limang hero i-counter hirap pa din.
Online pa rin tapos kinahantay niya lang talaga na makapaglakbay yung Lord sa may pinakababa. Mukhang magkakagera tayo sa may bandang taasan. Yung Kagurang tinalunan at tinalo yan. Pastos namatay na rin. Got Green here getting destroyed by Drix. Pero what is the next story then Drix? It's gonna be them saying goodbye under their sunod-sunod na namatay. At buhay na buhay pa rin ang apat na membro dito ng Aura PH with only just the Masha remaining. Mamasyahiin na lang yata yan nila Kiel, nila Kiluwas. Si Kiluwas pa nga ang kinalbot pabalik. It's a shutdown. It doesn't matter because this is gonna be the defeat against BSB. Aura PH victory.
The first stomp for tonight after the second rotation ng Bups. Nag-full online bigla si Daddy JP.
Now, textbook JP lang yun, no?
Textbook JP indeed.
Nothing special, relax na muna ngayon. Kiluwas on the terms, no? No surprise on that part. But you know, what I want to commend, maybe a fresh, an additional unit, na nangangagat doon sa likod.
Ayaw nila.
Ah.
Lugi ang Yishun Shin. Ayaw nila pag ganyang marksman eh.
BSB for support, I don't think Loyi ay kailangan, no? Pero BSB for support,
Luyi.
Loyi ba?
Unahan
I mean,
nila.
Your team
Unahan
is
nila sa
picking.
Luyi.
Cho support, man. Cho
Ana.
kasi, pwedeng Choana din. The thing here is that, pressure lang naman tsaka nakakarating pa rin yung Yuzong sa likod.
Oo. And Cho can target the far south din at saka yung Yishun Shin.
You can even
Mas pwede-
na Esmeralda sa
Oo,
totoo.
pwede mo sipain yung Esmeralda palayo eh. I like it. Maganda yung apat ngayon ng BSB ah. For
Oo.
Oo.
Pero,
Malupit,
I'm not
malupit.
sure.
Kaso Luyi.
Your
Ah.
team is picking.
Championship
Ah.
2 prize box.
So, Kiluwash, no?
Kiluwash Balmond.
Almond.
No. Kiluwash Esmeralda. KLBJ Balmond.
Pwede, no? For the side lanes.
Pwede nila i-switch yan eh.
Yeah.
Ini-switch nila yan eh.
Pwede
Minsan si Kiluwash nagba-Balmond din eh. Oh, Shems.
Pwede ka mag-chango, ah.
Chango, no? Sa BSB,
walang-
pang-burn.
Pero wala yung shield ko kapag pinagsakan ka ng Yizong Shin. Pero pang-burn lang ng ng
Pang-burn,
harap.
kailangan nila pang-burn, oo.
Angela. Alright.
Okay. Angeling.
Doon na
Angeling combo.
dali. Pero pwede pa rin, Uranus, Angela, Ling Angela, na ang daming natural holders ng Angela dito.
So, Angela too.
Pero the problem about may shield si Angela, di ba, na pinoprovide.
Yeah.
May heal din naman. Pero once sumanib ba, may dagdag buhay din ba?
Dagdag heal.
lang.
Heal. Dagdag shield. Shield and heal.
Ano?
Men, actually, Yishushin doesn't like the Angela eh. Kapag pumapasok siya, tas biglang yung Angela, yung shield,
No?
oo, nasusoak up.
Nagiging gera ka na, tas Taguro kids lang pala, pero yung kalaban mo, Taguro Brothers bigla.
Yeah, they don't want to deal with the Angela lagi. Especially na meron ng Uranus and may Cho pa, na mas nakakatakot, I should say. Okay, Shin, we need to put in the votes. I'm just basing this on the last performance. I think na yung Aura PH is still gonna take game number 2 basing doon sa Sindak factor on game number 1. I like the Angela pick, yes, pero it seems like
kailangan i-pull off, no?
yung BSB eh. Oo eh.
Marunong mang-ulul yung aura,
Yung aura eh.
yung in-out, may in or out, diba?
Plus may vision sila eh. Tinanggalan nila lahat ng vision sa
Yeah,
sa BSB eh. Binan nila yung Paulin ko pa.
I was planning on voting maybe for BSB, pero parang hindi pa rin. Yes, madali lang naman gamitin yung Angela. Ult lang sa mo. Pero may timings kasi, which is kaya manipulate dito ng Aura PH. I'm voting Aura PH din. Pero bantayan mo kasi talaga pag na-shutdown yung Ling din, doon tapos sa boxing. Pag na-starve yung buffs, bantayan natin, ating mga manonood, ang ating ikalawang laban for this last series.
There we
Silipin natin
go.
yung mga buffs na yan kasi dyan talaga magkakaroon ng napakalaking point of contention.
Definitely, Shin. At dahil dyan sa mga buffs na yan, kailangan mo ang retribution. I like the decision from BSB on having this one plus having the vengeance. It is a huge counter to the Balmond and sa Yishun Shin na din. So ngayon, poprotektahan nila na todo talaga si Drix dito. This is it. But mind you, master si JP ng Ling and he knows. Ang maganda kasi kapag master mo yung hero, alam mo rin paano counter.
Naman.
Oh.
Lang yan eh. Parang alam mo yung mga love advice na pinagpo-post ng tropa mo.
Oo.
Alam mo talaga kung maka-advise matindi pero sa totoo lang para sa
Siya
kanya. Siya din yun na
Siya din yung tatamaan eh.
Siya din yung natamaan talaga.
Oo, eh. Kaya kayo guys, pag may tropa kayo na nag-love advice, sila yun.
Sila yun. Maniwala kayo.
Speaking of advice, si Grid actually ay na-advisean na hindi pwede dito.
Ginagawa niyang million. Ginagawa niyang million parsa.
Ginagawa niyang...
Ay,
Oo nga eh.
Ano
But
mo?
Wilson, Pwede mag-win si Wilson. Oh!
Gusto na lang ni Wilson makaita. Third damage ka ng
Then,
Fisha Day.
Oh my God.
Kill. Completed the kill. Grabe yung pwestuhan, panggulangan talaga.
Man,
Yung pwestuhan ng kiluwa.
Man, I hope that we get the replay on that one kasi sobrang high level play nung juggle nung Aura PH nun. They let Raplisha in. Alam nila na pwede pa mag 3 hits si Raplisha just to get Wilson. Kabisado nila yung juggle ng Torre din.
Pero ano, ang ganda pa rin ng sagot ni Wilson doon.
At least
Play niya, and just everyone actually, most of them, the 2 of them yata walk away na isang tira na lang talaga ng Torre doon.
Volado, oo.
Testament nung delay na ginawa ni
Wilson.
Wilson.
There you go. 100 lang ang kalamangan ng Aura dito. Drix is now having the time of his life. Shinbu. Pwede siyang pumatay dito. Actually, pwede na sila maging agresibo. They have the Angela ultimate right now.
Yeah.
Anything can happen na. Hindi na pwedeng bastang gumamol yung Aura dito kasi tagilid eh.
Hindi sila pwede basta mag-pick off, no? Pero pwede silang mag-antay ng pagkakamali.
Yeah. Pwede nila kasing hintayin na sumanib bigla si Trevor to someone tapos iba yung targetin eh. So kailangan din maging patient ni Trevor dito. Meanwhile, speaking of patient, kapwa lahat na mahuli.
At speaking of mistake, actually patient yun. Blade of Tempest already burned. Nasaniba na rin ha. Konting atras lang pero pwedeng i-re-engage yan. Ang lalim ni Ana. Nagmamalalim. Mga kaibigan ng mga and that would be it. He has been slain ng ating Esmeralda Kill BJ. But of course, the turtle naman ay nabigay yung pwesto para sa BSB.
Space lang ba? Kailangan na nila yung turtle na to dahil kung hindi magiging worth yung sacrifice ni Ana.
Kill BJ umiikot. Oh my God. Nasik yung pa rin naman. That is well done para kay Drix.
That is okay. That is okay. At least nabawasan ng onte yung ng BSB yung pwedeng punish na yatid ng Aura. Aura knows na nasa death timer pa si Ana that time. So still props to the retribution nagmumula sa BSB. But man, Aura PH, that was close. Too close for comfort on their side. But man, another one.
Iman gang talaga para kay Wilson. Mukhang si Wilson yung nire-respeto talaga dito ng Aura PH, no?
Respetado si Kuya Will. Si Kuya Will na ang nagiging
target.
ang napopompiang eh.
Brute first breastplate available for Kilua siya. Mas lalong haharap lang ng Balmond at sa puntong to malakas talaga yung Balmond. Bumati na kaagad si Drix along with Ana to go for the dive against LBG. Din naman yun. Ladies and gentlemen, he stayed awesome. Gotham, Ana.
But the plan was to push that tower and Kiluash,
wave, no?
KLBJ, what he did, nag-falling star moon siya not to stop the 2 heroes but to get the the minions para still buhay pa rin yung tower. And tingnan mo yung ginawa ni Grid. Punta agad doon. Bawal natin tong ibigay. Get that cannon. Basagin natin yung mid. Basag yung bot. Tayo pa rin ang in control. 1k gold lead.
I mean, that's a good lead pero yung mapa. Laki. And that's the problem. Ang daming entrada na pwedeng makalapit dito sa Point 12 up. Good thing Drix secured the third one for the cycle.
Oh my, hindi kasi nila na-burst si KLBJ. Basta na story ako nabasag yung baba. This is looking dangerous right now for team BSB dahil online na din si JP and si Raplisha umiikot-ikot na. Meanwhile in the bottom side, KLBJ is the target.
Pinakababayan ha? Drix dito sumayaw pero actually yung si Kiluash. Tingnan natin dito, inalog sila bunutan pero brute force breastplate. Oras pa na mag-sticker dyan under the turret pero wala nang survive si Kiluash dito. Down for the ultimate at what cost? Tingnan natin, lalaban si Boss ha! Tingnan natin, JP Bloodlust pinagjapak dito. Takbo si Drix, nakuha na control tapos traceless din. Pero ba sumalib? Yes, he will be. Sinusustain siya pero tower diin. At nandun si Grid sa may Deadly Rin. Trevor naman na napaflicker out and Wilson was able to answer. Wilson was able to devour and give a shutdown against JP. Grid with Wilson. KLBJ sa likod doon. Hinarap ni Ana, nilapitan ni Kapwan. Sa likod naman may support ni Trevor dyan. Unat pa ni KLBJ, walang makunat sa marami pero enough may panghinto. Dito yung curse of flow ni Grid.
They need to chase this but okay, sabi nila, teka, safe na lang. Kasi mukhang si Grid pa din yung manggagamol dito na lumilipad-lipad pa. Naku, better airstrike si Kiluash, slam dunk! What? Hindi pa pala tapos. Sabi ni Grid, ba't kayo nagbabak? Ba't kayo Pagbabaklabanan nyo ko, sabi ni Green.
Shut down.
What?
Oh, shutdown. Ano yun? Ano yun, no? Mountain Shocker Kill yun, no?
Oo, Mountain Shocker Kill.
Wow. Nako, si Jumong, dakilang layunin. Kapanan ng dragon sa mula sa may langit. Let's see here. Of course, Cap1 and Ana, wala sila ngayong pag-frontline. Tol, you're officially in the mid-game. And these are heated fights that we are witnessing.
Yeah, man, kung makikita natin kanina, yung bottom side, ang tagal nilang nakuha si Kel BJ, si JP dito, kala niya siguro Ling din yung hero niya, nagulat na lang tayo, nasa baba din siya, and sinugod niya yung apat. That was actually good outplays coming in from BSB doon sa bottom lane kasi nakakapatay sila ng iba, pero biglang nag-play safe to the point na sabi ni Grip, teka, di pa tapos flash, dapat pa ulit.
Nice catch doon. Alam nila na ba yung traceless ni JP, tapos ang lapit na. Boksingerong malapit. Kita nila yung malapit. You get greedy here. He went for the combo. Down for Drix. Hindi pa rin. Masyado naman talaga makunat. Enough in defenses, enough yung kanilang damage para rin makuha si Grid dito. Roughly siya na ng babadi block. Lapit dito si Ana. Do you wanna build a snowman? Dito naman, of course, tumalon din dyan. Kel BJ. At sunod si Cap1. Pero hindi na yung papansin ng Roughly siya natatalon din. Doon sa kabila, ang ganda ng hula. Bouncing ball. Sumali si Ursa Warrior. And let's see here as... Yan na, madatakas na si Cap1.
Parang patintero. Parang patintero yung ginawa ni Raplesha. Yung alam mo yung sa patintero, yung sa dulong-dulo ka na.
May humaka.
Tapos bigla kang tatalonin na sobrang layo. Ganun yung ginawa ni Raplesha. Man, I like what BSB is doing right now. They really need to force these fights.
Yes,
It seems like Aura PH is dictating the fight ng Sindak. Ang nangyayari, BSB, nagkakaroon lang ng mga overextension sa towers.
Yeah.
Pero mas okay to. Mas okay to kasi at least, alam mo yun, natatabla nila, napapantay nila yung wave.
Kasi nagmainit si Ana doon eh. Pero ito yung sinasabi ni Boss kanina pa. That Aura has the tendency to overcommit on their CC tactics.
Yes.
And that would be nagsimula nung nahuli si JP. Sinabol na lang. Ito na yung pagmamahasim ng BSB, no?
Pero okay dito eh.
Pero okay lang rin, no? Kasi, warranted si Kiluwas yung gusto mo patulan eh. Pero mission din ni Kiluwas talagang palalimin yung mga taga-BSB doon. So, you know, we have a series, guys. We have a ball game. Turrets are getting even out by BSB. There's starting to move the outer turret series sa may gitna.
I think it's the better option for Team BSB. Fight fire with fire na talaga. Kasi ang kunat ng lineup nila dito, Aura PH, kailangan nila respetuhin yung shields, yung lifesteal, and yung stuns na meron ang side ng BSB. Aura PH, pilit nilang ginugo itong bottom side. Meanwhile, BSB lagi yung nag-overchase. For BSB, ito na, bantayan mo na nga. Black Dragon
May
Form.
likod, akuha, hagip ka, Green, hindi siya pinault. Wilson naman paikot-ikot, and here comes Ana. Ladies and gentlemen, let's see here. Mega Seal, secured again ng ating link, habang pinakaharap naman din si Anang dumidiin, pero that's it. Alam na ng Aura, they know kapag yung thread palayo na sa kanila.
At alam na din ng BSB na kaya na nilang lumamang the heals from the Angela. Ang daming pwedeng kapitan. Hindi Angela Ling, Angela Yuzong. Trevor on the Black Dragon form. Hindi ka agad makakapatay si JP. Shinbu. Kahit sino man sa side ng BSB. Angela lang. He really needs to target that Angela. Kung hindi, yung sustain is way too real for BSB. That was a pre-objective for BSB. What they need to do is to utilize this and control the minion equilibrium dahil laging in favor of Aura. Eto na, sinimulan na ni Drix.
Bobby Drix, man. 6-1-3 pa rin to. At again, without any direct counter talaga onto a Ling.
Yes.
He will flourish. Pero alam natin yung plateau, no? Alam natin yung plateau ng Ling eh. Pwede mong idaan sa kunat, no? Pwede mong idaan sa kunat yung Ling eh. Siguro yun yung kwento. Pero ang problema dito is si JP eh.
Oo.
Pwede siyang ibewang ng panghuli ng mga BSB eh. Kailangan mag-ingat din si JP talaga.
Kailangan talaga at hindi mahirapan si JP pumatay na eh. Angela lang ang kaya niya patayin agad eh. Kapag yung linaunahan niya, baka pwede.
Pero yung crits niya pwede naman. Basta free hit. Basta yung crits niya. Ang problema si Cap1, ang ganda rin pumwesto ni Cap1.
Oo, totoo. The spots are real and BSB showing up in game number 2. Shinbu, gusto nating mangyari yung mga ganito.
Mainit to.
BSB, it seems like an upset, ladies and gentlemen. Whether it's like para kay Greed.
The going for the push.
Ang nangyari pa kanina, perfect yung na-target ng BSB doon sa sabay-sabay nilang pagpasok ng Black Dragon Form Range Force eh. Si Grid yung nasa gitna ng bush na naunang namatay, nawalan ng control bigla yung aura sa damage.
That was a very nice punishment there by BSB on Grid's positioning. Actually, kakaiba nga eh. Hindi nagpapahuli si Grid. Medyo una yung ano niya, Parsa.
Una parsa niya.
Parsa eh, matapang eh. Ito yung pwede mong i-punish talaga yung aura. And this kind of cheesy positionings. Ang problema, mabilis yung aura makarealize, natalo sila. Hindi sila auto-ML, alam mo yon.
Gets nila eh, na oops, back. Hindi yung ano eh, fight, hindi, back, fight, hindi ganun. Back na lang, ganun yun eh. And yeah, it seems like ganun nga ang plano ng Aura PH ito. They actually failed 2 times already on initiating a fight dahil again yung kit ng BSB dito is way too better. Yung sustain is way too better. Drix can target 2 to 3 heroes quickly, unlike JP na parang isa lang ang kaya. Kapag if ever na napahiwalay nila ang BSB dito, pwede na naman maka-pull off yung aura dito ng isang gamol na move. Shinbo ha.
Iba na yung playstyle ng aura, pick up. Tapos they're very willing to burn so many things just so makita sila kung saan nagtatago yung mga pwesto. Ang maganda dito, alam ng BSB.
Yes.
Basa ng BSB ngayon na yung adjustment din ng aura ang naging group up na yan.
Kailangan maging alerto ng BSB.
Sabi ng BSB, lamang na tayo tol eh. Huwag lang tayo talaga papagulang sa aura.
Kasi pwede ng gulangan ngayon ni Ana. He has the immortality. Mind you, naka-vengeance pa rin to, Shinbu, ang side ng BSB. So hindi mo, ayaw mong sayangin yung attacks mo na may vengeance lang ng kalaban. So BSB doing a great job, but I think the problem here is they're waiting way too much for Aura to attack. Kasi Aura pa yung nakapagbasag dito sa baba.
Exarves stalled out. Clearly, gusto ng Aura yata to i-close out, pero BSB, they're very careful on their approach. Ang problema lang, BSB yung may lamang eh.
Oo nga eh.
So, BSB yung lumalamang. So, ngayon na, hindi man nakakuha ng gold po yung Aura dito. Nakakuha nila, pwestuhan. Ay, naku! Naku, nag-ready ka po! Nag-ready ka po! Ladies and gentlemen, nagkadalihan! Ano sa may pinakaharapan? They went for the Angela. Pwedeng mawala yung duration yan, pero JP hindi na may priority. He utilizes the terrain just so he can dash out. Unstoppable though, si Green yung naiwan dun tol. At walang magawa si JP sa dive ni Ana. Talagang i-commit siya. Dalawa yung nawala na. At mabakap dito, buhay pa rin si JP. Mga tol, isa pa traceless hindi. Nakagip pa rin ni Drix. Ladies and gentlemen, nasundot pa rin. Tatlo na lamang natitira sa bawat koponan natin sa gitna. Wilson, mabubura. Drix naman ulit para kay Rafflesia. He will point forward. That's gonna be it. The opening will cast and of course commit again for the dive. Unlocks the godlike. Kiluwas naman nag-aantay na lalapit. Si Trevor, 2v2. Hindi, 2-4-3. And namatay si Kapuan, no? Natuloy si Kapuan, no?
That was a 2-4-3. That was a 3-4-3. That was the right choice for BSB to fight that fight. Kasi hindi na si JP, hindi niya na kaya yung Uranus kahit pa may Angela. Yeah, let's look at the Gillette instant replay. That was the right decision of Ana to dive that second tier tower dahil kung hindi, pwedeng buhay pa si JP dito at ma-outplay sila. Unfortunately for Kapuan, nahuli siya. And that was again another right decision for team Aura PH na, eto na, huli tayo, we need to back. Now, BSB, after that fight, Shibu, I think na-realize na nila na hindi sila kagad patayin. Hindi sila kaya kagad patayin. And I think dapat sila na yung gumangster.
Sing-init ng gera sa Twitter. Aura PH versus bahala si Buknoy. Tingnan natin mga kaibigan, because the Lord here pinasimulan na ulit ng mga membro ng BSB. Tinalunan kagad si Paring Grid. There's supposed to be targets tag-isin at wala silang takas kay Drix. Tapos si Ana into the front line sa may pinakalikod. Look at Kiluwas! Look at Kiluwas though!
Si Kiluwas, pinipigilan niya sa
at alam ko yung Kiluwas na dumating dito si Drix. May kasamang Angela. Iko-commit ngayon nila kill VJ. Kung sino man makita nila doon sa may Lord, patay si Kiluwas, immortality pop, wala nang takas dyan, sumubok ba-back up, dito si Rafflesia, he went for the buff, and things are falling apart para dito sa Aura PH.
BSB, man, they hold the line doon sa may bandang Lord Pit. Kiluwas was trying his best to negate Trevor. doon sa kanyang Puppets on a String ultimate, pero hindi mo mapipigilan yun kahit mag-brown out sa sanib ka pa rin eh.
Oh.
Doon sa ultimate ni Trevor eh. Hindi siya recall. Hindi siya recall. Kung recall yun, pwede sana Shin.
That's it,
Oh my.
ladies and gentlemen. Things are getting heated. BSB has taken full control of this game. Ladies and gentlemen, 11-17 against Aura. And
Ang hirap. Oo.
hindi,
Ano, Shin?
feeling ko BSB.
I think game 3.
Feeling ko
I really think game 3.
Yeah.
I think BSB is still playing the safe even though alam na nila sa mind nila na hindi na sila kaya patayin. Madidiscover nila na yun bandang mid-team fight and Aura PH they know na hirap na sila. Kaya yung
Depende na lang
ginawa ni
sa ano.
yung ginawa ni Kiluwas kanina was ginambol niya na eh. Baka malito yung yung BSB, baka pumunta sila dito at kami pa yung makakuha ng
Ano na
isolation
tol, eh?
place eh.
Wala
Oo,
na
eh.
si JP eh. Check na si JP. Hindi na yun
Check na.
magpa-function properly. Ang pag-asa na lang nila si Kel o kaya si Grid. Kasi si JP habulin na lang yan hanggang sa dulo.
Nang walang hanggan.
Oo.
Nang walang hanggan talaga. Mahirapan siya. JP really needs to get the Angela. The Angela is the main target here for Aura PH. Without the Angela, bawas ng onte yung strength ni Drix pumasok eh. But still, yung damage output ng BSB, I think yung 4 enough na eh. Kahit wala yung Angela, no?
Napaka-patient din talaga ni Raflisha. Wala talagang mission. Shutdown Drix.
Drix na lang, no?
Like, shutting down Drix, sorry for saying this, pero it's close to impossible. Like, paano mo naman ka-crowd control si Drix?
Oo.
Makakasundot si Drix. Walang pang-stun ngayon, walang pang-crowd control para kay Drix. Unless, batuhin ng skateboard ni JP. Yun lang, nakikita ko talaga.
Ito ang hirap i-land nun eh.
Hirap iland nun, men. Sa totoo lang.
Kapag ling yung kalaban mo, ang hirap i-land ng Dauntless Fleet.
Oo.
Even the Tyrant's Rage. Mahirap unless abangan talaga ng tama.
Tyrant's Rage.
Oo.
Yeah.
Pagkabagsak ng Tempest of Blades, Dauntless Fleet mo, baka pwede pero kailangan nyo siya i-burst. And again, may Angela. At mukhang eto na, Shin.
Yeah,
Nakuhuli.
bumarap sila. Pero tingnan mo kung gano'n ko walang damage. Kahit nga si Ana na lang yung ginagamit nila para ma-zone out dito ngayon si Grid at di pa rin nga nila mapatay si Ana. Ganon sila ka-full shot. Pero boy, si Kiluwa siya. Backline niya. 2v4. Ganon sila ka-init, Paul. Hindi pala. 3v4 naman kasi may Angela na sumanib dyan habang si Kiluwas ang layo ng narating. Immortality, men. Grabe ang half-court violation.
Nag-upload violation. Galit na actually ang BSB. They know their capabilities. I think nga pwedeng hindi na bumalik si Kiluwas eh. Doon sa part 10, 4 on 2. Ang laban, hindi na mapatay ng Aura PH.
Yeah.
BSB right now, kung titignan mo sa siyensya, clear na lamang na, wala na. Hindi na sila mapapatay agad. Ang hirap na nito kung ikaw ang Aura PH.
Kanina pa rin tayo sabi din ng BSB, tol, medyo alam natin in theory, if a team is, may basic theory yan. If a team is leading, bakit di pa tapos, di ba? Parang gano'n eh. So, there's a signal for that Aura is gaining some good control for this game. Aba!
Oh my
God. Si Pakwan, willing sila gamitin pala yung kanyang ultimate para kay Kapwan. So, buwelo na ngayon.
Uli si Grid.
Mr. Drix actually, hinahabol na pala ni Kiel BJ si Drix dito. Sinek siya ni Ana, lumapit kay Trevor. Tatalon yata si Raflisha kahit papano. Hala, tol. Kinakaya din ni Kiel. Kinakaya rin ni Kiel pala lumapit.
Oh my, the king is now here! Kiel BJ, nagkaubusan! Nice slam dunk!
Look!
2 heroes! Wilson is under a minute sa kanyang death timer! Aura PH, clutch burst! Para kay Wilson and Kapuan!
Ano nang item ni Kiel? Ano nang item ni Kiel? Parang hindi na ano yun ah.
Full online na yan si Kiel.
Well, sinabi natin huwag na umasa kay JP eh. Hindi talaga pwede kay JP. Grid na talaga eh. Ay, Grid Kiel talaga eh. At kahit si Grid natutulad kay JP eh.
Oo.
Eh, gagawin si Kiel. Walang obvious counter kay Kiel.
Wala, ang hirap. Kailangan atakin ni Drix si Kiel para mamatay. Pero clutch! Oh!
Now it's still there coming in from Drix, ladies and gentlemen. Nakuha na ni Ana yung kanyang atensyon. Sinamahan pa siya ni Angela. Ladies and gentlemen, Kiluwas is there. Wala yata mga kabackup. They would stop on that part. Aura lost that one. Big time.
Napakaganda. Nakalimutan nila ata na may retry si Drix.
Oo nga eh. Bobby Drix.
Niris nila yung take ng Lord Akala nila mabilis sila, but mind you, medyo mabagal kasi ang ano eh. Medyo malambot talaga ang Yishun Shin. Ang hirap yan mag-lord mag-isa eh. Oh my glove! BSB on the verge to victory. Bobby Drake showing up. Let's look at the Gillette instant replay. Nasa gilid, malayo
Layo!
dito si Drix.
Boom! Drive-by, tol! Hugot baklaran!
Buti ka
Hugot
mo
baklaran, snatcher sa Quiapo!
Snatcher sa Quiapo, Jutsu, magugulat ka na lang. Yung wallet mo, ganun yung ginawa ni
my
Drix.
God. Dumaan lang.
Dumaan ng isang mabilis.
Let's
At
see
nagulat
here.
ang Aura PH. Luminous Lord, here comes the charge, Shinbu.
Papanood, siyempre, there goes the charge. Actually, they can set someone, pero of course, they start fighting. Raplesha deciding when to jump. He actually cancels. Things are crumbling na nga pang dito sa Aura. The Lord yung kumakatok na, butas na sa taas. At may papush pa sa baba. Itong base ngayon ng Aura, BSB, is now pressing the issue. And they want to push this game towards the 3.
Nagkaroon ng dalawang crucial pick-offs yung Aura PH kanina. Gusto sana nila kunin yung Lord, pero mukhang Edward na. Una nila dito si Trevor, ha?
Oo, pero tingnan natin. Na-check tinalunan si Ana dito online na online si Kel BJ. Ang hirap lang talaga habulin. Ay, naging game. Nauli dito si Ana. Monster King. Kel BJ.
Naging gate, pumasok sa kamatayan, Chin.
Binagsakan ng gate eh. Parang nagjutsu si Yamato.
Oo. Man, KBJ is full items now. Oh my. What a pick off. It seems like BSB, I can feel that they're having problems in their communication if they're going to go or not. But here we go, Wilson with the Black Dragon form. JT, the face is out. Greed, siya ko na mawala dito, Shinbu.
Nako, Winter Transition, tol eh. Hindi nga eh. Kayang antay ng mga membro dito ng BSB at mukhang gumambol nga talaga. Mga membro dito ng Aura as they try to press in. Hahabulin sila hanggang sa dulo. Kita mo naman, iikot pa rin si Kel BJ dito. Backup kay Kiluwas pero alam ni Wilson, he will win the trade. Chase down after the Dragon Soul. Bricks na sumundot doon, tol. It's a legendary. There is the shutdown. May minions pang darating doon sa may pinakababa and the death timers are too much against Aura PH. Ladies and gentlemen, that is the game.
That is the final push. That is the final push. LBJ was too far away for Aura PH to get that team fight. BSB forcing game number 3.
Yeah, delay na lang ni Raplesha. Pero nakita na nila lyrics ni Raplesha eh. Alam na nila yan mga kaibigan. It won't be something like Onyx. We have a game number 3. BSB. Grabe. Full circle. Full circle as we mentioned. Walang low tier team. Walang champion. Lahat ng teams ngayon sa MPL sobrang init.
Walang champion. That is the perfect phrase, Shinbu. BSB on their draft. I think it was clearly a draft win for BSB. Aura tried their best to, alam mo yun, paliitin yung alam nilang pwedeng maging kalamangan ng BSB in the early game, but they failed. BSB scientifically won this with Kaling, with the Sing that they had,
with the untouchable Ling.
untouchable Ling plus clutch, so clutch retribution from Drix. Classic, pag may retry ka, pag alam mo may retry yung kalaban, hindi ka pwede basta-basta mag-lord. Muntikan pa eh, slide lang eh. Pag na-slow ka nung sight eh, masisira yung single, double attack ng ano eh, Nation Chin. Oh,
X-Borg. Your
ayun na nga,
team is
X-Borg.
picking.
LBJ, no?
They need damage.
They have
Hindi
damage.
Ayaw nila, kailangan nila burst eh. Lahat ng heroes nila burst. Pero walang so burbursin nila yung
Pasuhin na lang talaga nila kasi Xborg is really good on doing those buff hits, no?
sila na yung nagparsa. I think this is a better pick for Aura PH kasi yung Xborg yung sa tingin kong nagpadali. Yung overturn to the last insanity is good against a Yuzong and a Tams. Lalo na sa melee comps.
Pero ang haba, alam mo tol, sige. I will vote tol. Ang haba ng game number 2, BSB has a good read of the way and the habits of Aura PH and how they rotate. Although no Angela, they cannot rely on the Angela. They might be able to effectively counter Aura on that part. Although, yeah, by pagka-deal breaker yung Kagura ni Grid kasi nanga-outplay talaga yung Kagura ni Grid, no? It's very hard to vote, pero this time I'm gonna be putting my vote here. I would put a gamble on BSB for this Series 3. This is gonna be the third full circle that we have for today.
I think nag-adjust yung Aura dito. Basing on the performance of BSB nung last game, I think Aura pa rin ang in control ng laban lagi eh. Na-outdraft lang talaga. And this time, nasagot nila yung draft. So, I'm still giving this to Aura because of the X-Bold Kagura pick. Hindi ko lang, I think hindi ko rin trip yung Balmond. But we shall see kasi ang gandang, like what you've said, confidence booster to eh. Sa BSB na parang
Bayan nga yung Balmond eh.
Oo eh. Palag-palag naman pala eh.
Palag talaga yung BS. Siguro ano na lang, stability na lang sa connection yung kulang. Pero as in, feeling ko, ito na yung last try to establish MPL Week 1 na wala underdogs, lahat mainit. Expectations are broken, clearly. No? With a lot of like bottom 4 teams stepping up no mula dun sa season 5 natin. Now that we are here in the season 6, mga kababayan, Pilipinas, you are watching the final game of this week's Mobile Legends Bankman Professional League PH Season 6 regular season.
Sino ang may last game curse? Pero iba talaga si Grid. Ginagamit yung payong pang spot sa tore.
At distansya yun, no?
Pinang-zone yung payo.
Init, tingnan mo.
Ay, mainit si Ana.
Mainit si Aura, hala. The buff.
Sino makakuha?
Dali na first blood si Bobby Drix. Ilalaban ito nila Wilson, hindi nila isusuko. Kung sila kay Raplicia, nakat yun ni Ana. 1-for-1 naging palitan nila. The buff is still saved by BSB. Lumalaban, tol. Lumalaban ng BSB.
Natuto na yung BSB, Backstreet's back, all right. Yung sabi nila dito, hindi nyo na pwede kaming gangsterin.
Champion. Gumagamit nga kayo ng Digistrat, champion.
Sabi dito ng BSB, hindi na pwede sa amin yung ganyang invade. Sabi nila dito, masakit pa din si Kuya Wilson. Even though Aura got the first blood, 1-1, they were able to save that purple buff na kailangan nila. So, reset tayo, Shin. Hintay tayo ngayon ng round 2 ng buffs. Pero,
yun. Iba na minata ni Grid talaga dito. Gumulang na naman ulit. Was able to get a snap onto Trevor. And the problem here is because of this early lead, good thing support to, no? Pero but because of this early lead, if the first core items are handed on for Grid, the burst will be serious. Wala sa Kagura. Pati si Grid, grabe, auto-attacking Kagura. Tapos kita mo, pina-atras niya kaagad yung Parsa. Pinakalapan si Kapwan. Init na rin ni JP. Galit. Ang or dito, 3-1. But the lead is not yet too much.
pag napapanood mo yung Kagura ni Grid, mapapaaw ka na lang yung Kagura niya, parang Cupra.
Oo. Dragon. Ankle breaker.
Ankle breaker. Si Ram. Sinong tito mo?
Malapit si Pino. Ito yung push-up sa basketball.
Shaken and bacon eh. Iba talaga si Baloy. Alam mo, Baloy is now online eh. Men, nakita mo yung sa mid lane kanina, hindi mo ini-expect yung
That's the formation of Wilson. That's the side of Wilson. What we have here is actually Drix and Wilson tagging on towards Kiluwash. At hindi na nakakaporma rin ng maayos si Trevor dito. Grid already sits at level 4.
Well, plus he has the flame shot too to deal with Kapwan kapag papasok. Let's see, they're setting up for the turtle. Iikot si Kapwan dito kay JP. JP knows this. Pumesto na si JP at ayan na nga yung backup si DJ.
Ito, na hindi ba wala na maalam na. JP is there getting clip as well by Kapwan. Tatakbo na lamang si Ana, pero Grid on the killing spree. Welcome back, Kagura.
Grid every time. Lagi na lang showing up at the right place at the right time. Anong nakain nito?
Umatras pa si Wilson doon. Doesn't want to get third hits. No, hindi nakataya ng Dragon Soul doon at nakatakas pa nga si Rafflesia. 5 to para sa laro natin. Early, very early control here by BSB. And now the buff is being given now towards Grid.
So, Grid, siya yung nakalasit ng turtle kanina. This is the next level utility support. I can therefore say one of the best supports right now to play the game. This is a Kagura na pumapasok isa, nag-ying yung overturn ng walang setup.
Oo, ang bilis nung switch kasi talaga. Pinipidibi. Di ba, ring Green? Alam niya kung paano gawin talaga yung mismong combo. Ang bilis na rin yata ng flight part. Bilis ng flight ng Kagura. Siyempre, pag tipi-tipi ka, tipi-tipi rin ako eh. Pare-parehas na tayo puyat eh. Kaya madali tayo ma-provoke. Tingnan natin ngayon.
Magkakatingin na eh. Ayan na. Kulang na yung pinipindot, sabi ng Aura PH dito eh. O, kinagat sa taas.
Iyasa na, umakit yung aso, hindi na nananahol. Nanangat na mismo talaga. And let's see here, kapwa na pumukus kay Rafflesia, there is gonna be the defended airstrike ng for JP. Habol si Drix. Nako, medyo nag-hesitate si Drix doon ha. Blade of Temper casted in. Wilson ulit na dadragonin si JP dito. Dragon Soul, hindi na ikastol. Last insanity na lang, tapos gumamol. Si Drix sa likod, ginakirk ng aso, nakatakas pa rin kapwa na numakit. Hindi siya na makakit si Drix. Let's win.
This is not good! Habulin niya dito si Kuya Drix! Nag-game si Drix! Drix! Grid! Bobby Drix!
Off-attack, Drix! Ay, nako, na-stun si Grid. Na-stun si Grid dito. Ando naman si Kiltuas kung saan-saan nanggagaling ang laban, mga kaibigan. Pero tingnan mo, Samus, trabaho lang.
Kita mo yung gigil ni Grid eh. Gusto niya makuliin si Drix. Inoto-attack niya na lang. Nag-miss yung flame shot. Nag-miss yung payong.
Auto-attack. Baka mag-miss.
Back patay. Pero men, kita mo, that was the next level plank na naman. Let's look at the Gillette Insta 3 play right now. This was too deep for BSB. Good thing there was the last insanity for Kiel BJ. At ang lalim masyado ng BSB to the point na pulado na. At kung titignan mo yung camera, nakapatay nga sila ng isa pero yung threat ng payong na nasa likod ay nakakatakot.
Yeah. Yun yata yung magandang base talaga dito ng Aura. Kasi ano yung Kagura, hindi ganun kadali mali ng Ling.
May pantaha kasi. Ay, ang ganda pala, no? Kapag bumaba yung Ling, pwede mo yung overturn.
Yeah, yes. Not to mention,
yung 4 na points nung espada, yung Swords of Revealing Light, ilagay mo yung payong dun sa gitna. Kahit saan ka pumesto dun, pwede ka mahuli.
not to mention ang priority nila. Si JP.
Oo nga. Oh my God. Top 1. This is total. Ang
crucial talaga, pero hindi pa rin humihinto. Sobrang gigil pa rin dito mga membro ngayon ng BSB. Kaya naman nakakapag-hold back pa rin man yung Aura. Mura ngayon si Kakwan. That's the problem. Pero abante na yata sila. Rafflesia leading that one. We are angry casted. Of course, allowed for the jump dito kay Wilson.
There you go. There you go. Galit na ngayon na utilize na nila yung Valmond damage. And si JP mas confident na dahil walang extra protective shields ang side ng BSB. Nice adjustment from Aura. Sinubukan ni KLBJ depensahan pero dito na naman si Grid. Oh, yun yung overturn.
Pwede mag-commit pa rin para kay Grid dito. Parang ang dami nang humabol dito kay Ana. I don't think makakatakas din siya. Kaya naman na yun, commit na lang. Dami John to Grid. Nag-flicker nga lang. And then of course, mga kaibigan, 9-4 pa rin tayo sa laro natin. Quite close. Aura has the lead. Pero it's still too early to say.
Yeah. It's still too early. May masakit pa din yung damage ng BSB. But I think they need to shut down JP. Actually, not JP. Grid right now. Because he's really being the X factor here.
Yeah, man.
Aura PH.
Kahapon no, yung isang support, si Rafflesia. Now it's my time. Sabi dito ni Grid.
Hindi maka-spot si Drix.
Oo. Nakabantay na. Saka medyo, hindi pala medyo, pinabiyahin na si Drix dito. Mas maaga. Kumpara doon sa game number 2 natin. Si Luwas getting a lot of attention coming in mula doon sa Farsa natin. Habang nag-shove ng mga membro ng BSB down for the mid lane. Kakwan dancing around. Akala yata ni Kapwan makunat siya, nakakataka siya. Eh, ang daming panghabol. Bilig sa kani Kiluwas, flame shot. Mega kill na nakuha dito ni Green. Reflex sa may pinakagitna. Hinahabol si Wilson na niya. Si Green is good as dead. Dahil sinatdown yun ni paring Drix. Tapos para kinat ngayon yung PMK and JP Wilson one-on-one with a great one. Pero again, picker up, mega kill already for Kiluas, and here comes Drix cleaning up. And again, Tol, this is BSB, and we can be the one to defeat Aura PH.
Backstreet's back, Kiluas. 5 minutes, pero wala kang lotang. Via top, Chiwap. LBJ, sunong-sunong na. Medyo kagulo na. But Shin, Wilson outplaying JP. Sakto pagkaprok ng crit ni JP, prinok ni Wilson yung vengeance. And with that, BSB is still in this game.
Yeah. And Green is shutted down, Tol, by the way.
Shutdown goal yun.
Oo. Grabe yung laban. Like, basag ang mukha, balian ng liig.
Wala nang matitirang organ sa'yo dito.
Na talaga, Tol.
Obos ang... Look at the Gillette instant replay right now. This was overextension from Kiluas. What he's trying to do right now is not really fighting, but to control a lane. Probably want to cut down something for BSB not to, alam mo yun, muloy pa din sa tempo na meron sila. Mind you, Shinbu, iba pa rin yung yung late game Balmond na pinag-usapan natin na hindi na ma-reach yung threshold eh. Hindi na makapag-ultimate talaga eh.
Tak na lang din talaga yung magiging purpose ng Balmond dito. Siguro tagalagay din ng anti-heal. Look at Green here, getting cornered by Wilson. Ladies and gentlemen, talaga nag-commit si Wilson. Tapos tingnan mo si Drix dumay lang talaga. Grabe, sobrang maluba. Parang nawala ng panlasa.
Ang sama nun, bantayan nyo yung sarili mo pag nawalan ka ng panlasa, ibig sabihin tangilid ka na.
Alanganin na yung Drix.
Alanganin na, oh my, nawalan bigla ng panlasa si Grid dito. 2 times na siyang na-target ni Drix. Na-solve na ni Drix ang problema. And wala na silang pakikay Kiluas. Hinahayaan na lang nila si Kiluas. O ikot ka dyan, mahilo ka lang. Dinidiretso talaga ni Wilson eh. As in right na Dragon. Na-dragon ni Wilson ngayon si Grid. Kung hindi, si JP. Takot. Kailangan naman takot ni Grid kasi alam na ng BSB eh. Alam na ng BSB na siya yung target eh.
Lagi tayong medyo nagpa-frown upon tayo talaga sa Balmond. Kasi parang di ba nagpalato. And again, ang may record talaga ng napaka-successful na Balmond play dito si Wilson. Ngayon, Yuzong. Si Wilson, very, very talented on his lane, on his control of side lane heroes.
The Brusco Wilson is in town.
Sana si Wilson.
Namumulis lang eh, oo eh. Si Tito Wilson.
Tito Wilson eh, yung kasama mo sa basket lagi, di ba?
Oo. Kasama ko si Tito Wilson. Kalaban ni Tito Wilson, alam mo na kung sino.
Sino, Tol?
Si Kuya Spal. Si Kuya Spal.
12-10 for a running game. Right now, things have toned down. A little bit of a reset there. The pickups are getting stalled out one by one. Umiikot na lamang si Drix dito. Green won't stop it. Alam niya, may nakita eh. Ang importante lang malaman kung nasan yung pwesto ni Drix. Kaya, gano'n, hindi yun yung matter na hindi ka mahuhuli, kundi basta malaman mo na yung pwesto no nasan yung main core. Ginagawan, ngayon ang problema, ang aga yata pinap ng Wilson yung kanyang dragon, pero hindi na. Grabe, binati sila ng yun yung overturn. Drix here, nakunit ka lang. Paanap na tapos dito na patay. Wilson naman, ang magiging ikatlo dyan. Mga kaibigan, dito sa sumpa na ginagawa, binubugan ng mga taga-Aura against BSB. Pero tingnan natin ang connect mo sa to the front line, but then airstrike to be strike down. And still, isa lamang ang tumama dyan kay JP. Aura PH delivers a 4 combo hit into the members of BSB.
LBJ nag-ultimate, tas ang daming pinindot. Oh my God!
Matigil sa Dead Timers!
Dead Timers! Ay, walang paki sa Dead Timers!
20 seconds timers niya! Ito na yun! Ito na yun eh! Ito sa final kapan! Minyon! Isa pa rin, hindi talaga kulang na. That's it. Is still the champion is here. And RPH takes this game 3 against BSB.
For BSB, nahuli sila ng Wombolicious AOE burst. Damage from the Yin Yang overturn and the last insanity
Grabe.
And still, di ko na alam. Happy Mobile Legends, ladies and gentlemen.
Mobile Legends. And yeah,
Legends.
even if the match concluded, tol, aabot tayo. 4 days event. Sure ako dyan. Aabot tayo sa 4 days event pa rin tayo. I just want to point out, tol. Yes, totoo yun. Wasakan ng mukha, balian ng lieg, tanggalan ng panlasa. Yun yung naging playstyle nila. But what is the striking difference between Game 2 and Game 3? Para sa akin. Parehas kasi, nawiling sila lumaban talaga, di ba? Wasakan talaga eh. Walang Angela.
Yeah,
I feel like inadapt ng BSB yung playstyle that they had on Game 2 without the Angela, and that's where Aura PH, dun sila nang dulang ulit.
Yeah. Yeah, man, this is clearly BSB na for sure they're gonna look into the drawing board right now and aalamin nila yung mga errors, but they won a point. Almost there. They won a point. Still props. Thank you so much to BSB. Pero still,
it's a very beautiful series. Aura and BSB, grabe.
Aura PH taking the victory. Isa pong karangalan makapagbigay sa inyo ng malupit na laban. Ako ang inyong naging analyst, sorry. Para sa laban na to, Manjin Paldas. Kasama ko ang aking anchor.
Yes, I am Shibu with a 1 for an I. At kami, ang Manjin Boo Tandem. Always grateful.
Always grateful. Yun na, bago tayo umalis. Shinbu, grateful shoutouts muna ako na pabati sa mga sa Shosho Gaming, Divergent Mains, kay Paduga, and sa Pinyothers. Ayos ba yun?
Bigger shoutouts. Maraming salamat. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, maraming salamat po. Of course, hindi pa tayo, wag kayong aalis because we still have the post-game breakdown, syempre, for the last game of this series after the short break, and that would be with Wolf.
Are you game to be great? Now you can with the new Smart Giga Games 99. Get 1 gig data all day, every day for Mobile Legends and more. Game to be great with Smart Giga Games 99.
When uncertainty is our reality, we rise above the things that matter. Giga Phoenix. Gigafy love. Gigafy friendship. Gigafy dreams. Gigafy hope. With smart Giga music, video, games, work, and stories, we let our passions run free in the new world we face together. Smart, live Giga.
Isang magandang umaga sa inyo lahat. Welcome back to MPL Season 6 as we close the show with a wonderful series mula sa Aura PH and BSB. And anyone that you ask when you tell them, sino mo mananalo, BSB or Aura PH, 100% or maybe 90% will say it's gonna be Aura PH sided game. But BSB did not let that happen. In fact, Aura PH still won the series. Pero in BSB, they have so many chances to win this. And honestly, it all came from the draft as well as their execution. And medyo masasaktan siguro yung puso mo if you're a fan of BSB. They came in so many times. So very close so many times, I mean. At talagang heartbreaking if you look at it in a simple perspective. But in the grand scheme of things, the way that BSB played against Aura PH, you are feeling good if you're a fan of BSB. Surely back-to-back losses para sa BSB, but the way that they fought in those 2 series is really valiant, and there's a lot of promise for this team. Kailangan nilang i-fix, I would say, is more on discipline. Now, let's head into the breaks of the game. Let's start with the draft, and evidently, Aura PH mukhang nakinig sila dun sa ating advice nung game number 2. During their loss, we mentioned that maybe Xborg is a much better pick compared to the Balmond, for example, or to other ones, right? But they did pick up the Xborg to go with the Balmond still. Pinili pa rin nila. They still put a lot of value when it comes to this hero. And the value that you get out of from Balmond is that execute factor of the ultimate. Now, Aura PH, kinuha ulit nila yung Lee Sin Shin at hinayaan nilang makuha yung Yuzhong. And they kind of felt that they need this Balmond badly. That's why they picked it up. Tapos kumuha sila ng X-Borg to go with it. And the Lee Sin Shin, like I said. Now, the Kagura as well as the Popol and Koopa, weird support combination, zero tank setup. But they did this before. In fact, other teams outside of the Philippines, ginagawa na rin tong no tank setup. And it's actually surprisingly good. And kaya nga naman, i-insert mo na si Balmond. You need that frontliner from your team. Tapos kukuha siya ng Molten Core, for example, or any tanky item para maiwasan yung kalaban. This is a play, I would say, na turn around ng Aura PH. Look at that dodge coming out from Rafflesia and JP. Instead of full back, diba pag nagbabak ka, dapat dire-diretso ka. Tumigil sila saglit para hindi sila tamaan ng dash ni Ling. Now, 5 minutes in, we are gonna see a lot of one team fights by BSB as they try to come back from this game. But Aura PH really has got their number. And nakikita natin dito si Kiluwash with the strength of the Balmond, the way he tanks the damage, soaks the damage, and facilitates for Rafflesia as well as Greed to be the damage dealers in this specific game. Also, Rafflesia, kumuha siya ng casual Deadly Blade, which I think is so genius because it helped them in many phases of the game. Now, BSB, 9 minutes in, they're actually punishing Aura PH this time. Lumalamang yung Aura PH, pero once na hindi sabay-sabay mag-execute ng teamfights ang Aura PH, BSB wins it. Now, what is the turning point for Aura PH? Kailan nila naipanalo itong laban? It will come in the next team fight. And honestly, BSB, this is probably the one that they should be working on. Yung mga late game nuances nila, kung saan lumalaban nila sa mga iffy na places. And you'll understand the reasoning kung bakit sila nag-force ng team fights. However, against a team like Aura PH, you cannot do this. You have to wait for the rest of your squad, then you will fight afterwards. Fight when Aura PH is dissected or hiwa-hiwalay sila, tapos tsaka kayo mag-punish. In fact, nagawa nila to nung game number 2. They also showed a little bit of promise in the start of game number 3. But just imagine if BSB just kept to their discipline, to their lineup, yung Balmond ng Aura, hihina na, yung Ling nila consistent and can take the game for sure. At kaya nilang i-burst down si Kagura as well as Popol and Koopa. However, that did not happen because they were outclassed in the end by Aura PH. Our MVP of the game is Greed's Kagura, just like in game number 1. Wonderful performance and wonderful coordination with his teammates. Kaya nga naman, nanalo pa rin ang Aura PH in the end. Now for BSB, there's a lot of promise for sure. Napakaganda na kanilang ipinakita over the weekend, over the first week of MPL Season 6. And I tell you, there's a lot of potential for this team. They just have to fix yung kanilang nuances sa may late game. Do not be debated so easily. Do not be, wag giggle basically. At try nilang i-take this more mathematical, more discipline as what they did and showed in game number 2. Mga kaibigan, so many exciting things for MPL Season 6. You just saw and witnessed week number 1. And for sure, mas malupit pa yung mga coming weeks natin. We're gonna have so many games so far. But this time, we are gonna end it for our first week's broadcast, our triple header for this Sunday. Again, my name is Wolf. But before we go into the conclusion of the show, let's actually thank the reception that make this possible, right? MPL is brought to us by our official sponsor, Smart. And of course, just forge stronger bonds with your team as you conquer the battlefield with Smart Giga Games. Enjoy 1 gigabyte of games all day for Mobile Legends, Facebook Gaming, and more. Just dial *123# and choose Giga Games 99. MPL PH, we would also like to thank our official sponsor, Realme. And Realme celebrating the first Realme Fan Fest and #Dare to be Realme campaign. Visit their official page at fb.com/Realme Philippines to know more. Of course, we'd also like to extend our thanks to our official sponsor, Gillette. You can get up to 50 diamonds with every purchase of Gillette's Mach 3 Razor, Vector 3 Razor, or Blue 3 Simple Force Pack that select pure gold doors nationwide. #Shave the day with Gillette. MPLPH is brought to us by our partner in esports, Pay Maya. Get up to 7% balik bayad when you purchase your gaming pins via Pay Maya, the better way to pay. Promo runs until August 31. Our partner in esports, TikTok. Just search MOBB sa TikTok and you'll have a chance to win premium skins. Simple lang. Just search MOBB sa TikTok and you'll have a chance to win our premium skins. Also, MPL Season 6 official gaming headset partner is Logitech G, here like a pro. Of course, everything has been powered by Moonton. On behalf of my co-casters at sa lahat ng nanonood ngayon sa the prod team that made this possible, we are now signing off for week number 1. My name is Wolf. Good game and good night. Enjoy the rest of the night with this wonderful highlights that we had from our last series. Kita-kits.
Are you game to be great? Now you can with the new Smart Giga Games 99. Get 1 gig data all day, every day for Mobile Legends and more. Game to be great with Smart Giga Games 99.
The way you live your life depends on the network you choose. Your movies, music, and games can only be as good as your network's speed and strength. Slow means
Game over.
but the Philippines' fastest mobile data network means
Game changing.
choose the network that gives you what you truly enjoy. How do you know about this Giga Life?
Simple and smart ako.